Hello and welcome to the 11th episode of the Late Night Shenanigang podcast. I'm here with Mr. Dyson, Mr. Kilgore, and the lovely Miss Ducky. Say hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello.
All right, Miss Ducky, tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself.
I'm a 30-year-old mom of four. Play games with them. I homeschool, and I'm not very interesting. So
That's
my
not
life
true.
revolves around my kids. So I'm from Texas.
We won't hold that against you.
Hey, don't be rude. You're outnumbered here.
Right?
Shit, we're surrounded.
I have a lot of friends in Texas.
Awesome. Yeah. So, I was trying to remember. Oh, okay. So before I forget it. Last night, um, I was in Nicole's live, and that girl, she had to be, she's some kind of special, like in a good way, but she she forgot, or no, she was sitting there and like it's like the first time she'd ever seen her hands or toes because she was like, "Oh, fingers! Wow, you can do this with your fingers." And she's like, "Toes are just like fingers on the bottom of you."
You know that in Australia and other countries they call them foot fingers.
They call them what?
They call them foot fingers in other countries other than the U.S.
Really?
Yes.
I know that.
I broke one of my foot fingers.
When I heard that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Foot fingers? That's so weird."
Do they call the bones in their legs four legs and
Yeah, 4 legs.
like
yeah.
I'm not for sure about that one. I just know that they call their toes foot fingers.
it's interesting.
It really is.
Foot
That's
fingies.
a little fact for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad we got it. But no, I just thought it was funny because I wasn't making fun of her, but I thought it was hilarious that she was like, because I think she started the conversation was like, someone told me that my thumb is not a finger, and it's like, well, technically it's not because fingers have 3 bones and a thumb has 2 bones. I mean, what's a thumb called if it's not a finger? A thumb.
Kids, they say some wild stuff or come up with some wild stuff questions.
She's
Yeah.
a good egg.
Those Californians. All right. Is anything is there any other anything else anybody wants to bring up before we jump into topics?
Mhm.
Anything
Are you
happening?
looking at me?
I'm looking at anybody.
Did we already cover that I have a house, like, on the way?
Oh no. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, I
We
don't,
we
yeah,
did,
I don't have a house. Yay!
Yay!
but
That's
you
good.
still have to go get it and clean it and stuff first
Yeah.
before.
It's full of crap. It's full of all of my aunt's crap. So,
Hey, it's a house, so
well, and it a tree fell on it, so I've got stuff to do there as well.
Did like crash through fell on it, or just roof damage that you got to repair?
Roof damage that I have to repair.
Okay, well, I
It-
mean,
it's not like, it's messed up, but it's not like not worth it messed up. You know what I mean?
it's better
It's
than it's better than what you got. So
right now I have absolutely nothing. So 4 walls and most of a roof. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
No earthly idea of how we're getting it here with no tongue, but we'll figure these problems out when they.
Did you get a chance to go over there yet and look?
Yeah. I've been there before. Anyway, my favorite cousin Charlie used to live there, so
Okay.
I like him. He a little crazy like me.
so Ducky, I think we set you up backwards because your your avatar is constantly talking until you say something and then it shuts up.
Oh no.
Oopsies.
That's fine.
I'm always backwards. It's okay.
It's just a little bit how the sausage is made. Everybody will probably have to ditch these icons and change to a different system next time because the system we used to make these had an update and removed all the options out of it, and yeah, it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the hassle to use anymore. So we'll figure something else out. I don't understand why, companies do that. Like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like
They see everything else making updates, so they're like, "Oh, we got to do it too."
well, and they have a premium version and I'm wondering if they didn't have enough people buying the premium version because it did have some pretty cool features in the premium version. But you could still it was still functional as a non-premium version, and the only thing I could figure is that they moved all of the um controls and anything except for the most basic of basic behind a paywall.
Oh yeah, we love that. We
Corporate
love that
greed.
for us.
Yeah. Well, and especially since you're you're the free one on the market, you know, you can't you can't go from being the free one on the market to everything's behind a paywall and expect people to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you're a competitive pricing to the other ones, you've destroyed the trust of your consumer, and so like and you know that it's going to be what another 15-20 minutes before someone on Reddit clones it and puts it out for free again.
We can only hope.
Sounds like a lot of truth.
Right. Especially on something simple like this. Like, I'm not saying that just anybody could do this, but it's not. This is not complex coding. It's taking the this Discord signal that Discord already puts out. That little whenever you speak in Discord, where it turns green. Whenever you're speaking, yeah, it just takes that signal and changes the image between either having the still image or the moving image. So it's like it's not. I bet I want to see if the solution is that I don't be that Reddit guy who builds it in 15 minutes with GPT. Hey,
That's what I was thinking, man.
we'll just thanks for the concept and idea, but we're gonna go ahead and just build our own.
Let it code it for you.
Right? Yeah. Might be
We'll make our own
clunky, but at least
program.
it'll be free.
With blackjack. And
Customizable. Because I already have because of how several GTA GTA roleplay, the 5M stuff requires you to for the rich presence in Discord and like a bunch of the reporting and stuff like that. You already have to have to make a Discord bot. So I already own like 3 Discord bots that I could very easily just convert them into this.
Do it. Do it now. Wow.
All right. We are. So I asked GBT for a bunch of topics,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a talk with GBT about every time I ask it for topics, it's like, well, okay, here's the same 5 topics that you used last week. Okay, that doesn't help me. It doesn't help me, my man. And so it's like, so fresh ones, and now it's like I think it's interesting because it's like it pulls. I mean, I guess it's just topics that it wants to hear about, because like the topics are a day in the life of AI. You're the only one who can answer that for me. I've never spent a day as an AI.
I have.
Oh, well, do tell.
So people ask you a bunch of questions and expect you to answer them with accuracy. Sucks,
Very
man.
good.
But that's just me as a streamer manager anyway. So am I an AI?
Quiet you. Quiet you. Don't let them know. The answer is yes.
Your streamer brought to you by GPT and OpenAI. How about here's a topic that is new. Death of ownership. So like streaming movies and buying license to games instead of actually owning the games, product as a service. What are your opinion on that?
It sucks, especially if the service goes down and then you're SOL, in my opinion. I actually just straightened up my bedroom, and I found a bunch of old games and in a box, and I'm like, I need to break these things out and stream these old classics and see how people respond to them.
The classics are better anyway.
Yeah,
But it does suck because, if that service goes down, you everything's done. Everything's done. You're probably going to get back.
Yeah. Left holding the bag, nothing in it.
Mhm.
especially if you're new companies like that need early adopters to like pay the way for them to stay afloat. So if you're an early adopter, you're like double your risk, because at least on Steam, Steam is well established, and
Right.
it's not that it can't go down, but it's not likely to go down. I have been on that, not the cutting edge, but the bleeding edge, the one that got cut by how sharp it is several times, with I can't remember the name of there was a
What do you
little
mean?
Huh?
What do you mean? But you're on a bleeding edge or something.
in tech there's the expression cutting edge means like the
Yeah.
newest of new. Well, this
Mhm.
is
Right.
this is the skin beyond that sharp edge that's getting cut by this cutting edge that is making you bleed. That's called the bleeding edge, which it's a term that means it's the people who invest early and get the shaft because it doesn't take off
Oh.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Gotcha.
you get the thing and it's full of bugs, and so you're the one who suffers for being the one who invested in them early. And I've been, like I said, I've been the victim of that several times just because I like new tech, so I will I'll go in and be like, well, back when I had some disposable income, I'd be like, sure, I'll throw some money this way. But there are so many like game services that were like kind of like what Pink uses with the GeForce streaming thing. I had a whole they used to have a console back in the 2010s. There was a console that was just like there was no computer on your end. It was just a receiver relay. So you would log on to you would turn on your little bitty, and it was like the size of a hockey puck, or your wallet, and it was you plugged in your controller to it, you plugged it into the internet, and you plugged in your HDMI cable, and that was it. There was no you turned it on and it opened up the service. It did its handshake, went online, opened up the service. You clicked on a game. You bought the game on their hardware, and then played it on their hardware. And then they streamed you the video, and you sent them the controls. And there wasn't there was some latency issue, and which is why it like again bleeding edge. It was technology that the internet infrastructure didn't support at the time, but it was good enough just to work, but not good enough to be good enough, kind of thing. And so I think I bought at minimum $500 worth of games on that system, and then it doesn't exist anymore because it didn't work. It took the internet too long or internet speeds and latency too long to catch up, and so yeah, all of that investment gone. and I can't go, well, I bought that game for you at full price. And that was another thing, was that they would charge you full price for games, and it's like, and they never offered any kind of discount, and it's like, you're literally gonna go out of business on Sunday, and on Friday you want me to pay $60 for a game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Of course they want you to pay full price.
But I think that I don't want to be like, I do not advocate any illegal activity, but as a logical argument, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I'd say the next logical step is to allow us to own our games.
Right. Go full circle.
Come back around.
Swing that pendulum
want
back
to
the
own
other
your
direction.
We want to pay for it, but I don't know, man. You seem to make it impossible to want to buy it these days.
And I can understand some games, not that I agree with, but I can understand legal language in some games, like multiplayer games or competitive games, where they have to sell it to you as a license, so that way they can revoke that license if you're caught cheating or something like that.
Right.
But at the same
Well, how
time,
does that even stand? Because half the freaking anti-cheats are garbage anyway, and they can't tell and they
Right.
don't work.
well, and
Right.
and also, just because I was caught cheating on a game that I purchased doesn't mean I shouldn't have access to it anymore. Just let me play around in a pseudo single player mode, or put me in a lobby with all the rest of the cheaters, or something like that.
I think that's the best thing. Is put them
That's
in
what I
a
said
cheater
about
lobby.
Call of Duty is they need to, like the ones that do the cheats, they need to categorize them in their own servers.
Right, if everybody wants to aimbot, if someone wants to aimbot or whatever, they bought the game. That's how they want to have fun. But put them in a lobby with the rest of the aimbotters. Like have the
Yeah,
computer
make it
computer
equal
play the
and
game, since these
fair.
people don't want to play the game themselves.
I don't like being in servers where there's aimbots being used. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
That's a special kind of hell. Make them all, go together, and then they're all going to be very upset.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let them have a taste of their own medicine. Put them all in there.
What? Slot machines where I always win. This is hell.
Right?
Because I don't use an aimbot when I play. I
I
do
don't-
use a bot on one of my games, though.
Oh.
But it's like an outdated freaking game. It should be disconnected from its servers. It just needs to be the cord cut on it.
You don't
But
talk
I got
about
too much
CS:GO
money
like
and
that.
time. Huh?
You don't talk about CS:GO like that.
No, this is called Empire Z. It was an old mobile game, or it was like on PC and mobile. And I've done got too much money invested into it to just call it quits. So I just got it running on a little bot in there 24/7.
That
Usually,
sunk cost
I,
fallacy over there.
I have to resist the urge to tell her to CS go away. So many CS:GO players, and they have zero respect for me.
What's funny is that I naturally went from that topic to the pirating situation. The next thing on the list of topics is game preservation, morality, evolution of privacy, piracy, and when companies won't preserve their own classics.
Some of them I like when some of them remaster them. That's pretty cool. Make them work
Right,
with the current
don't let your
upgrades.
property die. Like, there's so many,
Right.
like, just ask Snail. All you got to do is copy and paste it into a new engine, and more people will buy it again.
Yeah. Make the AI finish the rest of it.
Look at GoldenEye.
Why are all these what are all these floating rocks everywhere? I don't know. The AI's decided that it needed a patch of rocks there, but didn't match the plane.
I was so happy when GoldenEye came back.
I didn't know that was back.
Really, it's back.
Yeah, yeah, it's on the. I think it's on the Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah, it's also I think on the Nintendo Switch.
Is it on the
Which
PC, which
used
is the superior console?
Of course it isn't.
Then how am I supposed to play it? Why? What? I already spent thousands of dollars to have a top of the line PC. Why would I go for a console?
Actually, you might be able to play it on that game streaming service thing that they have.
Oh, that Nvidia has that we were just talking about.
No, the Xbox has one.
Oh,
Because of course they do, and so does PlayStation. Everybody has one now.
I was about to do an experiment because I know that if you press the Jewel on the Xbox controller when it's plugged into the PC, it brings you to the Xbox Game Store for PC. I was about to do that, but then I
Really?
remembered that yeah, I remembered I'm recording this, and so probably shouldn't press random buttons on my controller while I'm recording.
You ought not do that.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm not a proponent of pirating, but you like there's a level of I don't know if it was consumerism or like you can't treat your customers in a certain way where it essentially justifies it, you know?
Right.
It seems like
It
that's
all feels bad.
the way it all goes though nowadays. Let's screw over the customer. They're used to it.
Yeah. But speaking of cheating, you mentioned that COD cheating. I don't remember if it was COD or Battlefield. It was one of those. It was one of that in that vein. But I was watching a video on. It's not a technology they use anymore, or maybe they've updated it. But it's old enough that they talk about it publicly because they have something better. You know what I mean? Like you don't talk about the current anti-cheat and how it works kind of thing because that just makes it easy for the people to cheat around the anti-cheat. But what they did was they would put invisible non-player characters, but to a cheat engine or a aimbot, it would just think, oh, there's a person there, and so if you got so many kills on these invisible, not real players, that's how they knew you were cheating because you were flicking to someone who wasn't there. So you couldn't. There's no way that you could say, "Yeah, I
Pretty
saw him
smart.
out of the corner of my eye." They're literally not loaded in. There is no. They have no model, just a hitbox.
That's pretty
What,
smart.
what about people like me that just have terrible aim?
That's why it wasn't if you kill one you're in trouble. It's if you kill a certain amount, because
But listen, I spray and pray. I could probably hit the invisible fucking person a million times.
right.
I saw this video where like for Rust, it's a common game where people will cheat a lot in as well. Where the guy had made like these bots or whatever, these aim bots, but he actually, and it says it's like a positive effect, like a headshot or whatever, but it's actually a negative effect. And it's pretty cool. I don't remember the name of him, but I do remember seeing that and how they screwed over the people that bought his stuff.
I love Rust. It's such a good game.
I think it's fun once in a while.
I've never played that.
I can't wait to
Rust
get back
is
to my computer and hit 1,000 hours.
Rust is one of those games that I always like. I always from the outside looking in, going, watching people play it. I'm like, oh, that probably looks fun. Then I get in the game and I'm like, I'm not having fun.
It's fun if you find the right server.
Right.
Well, I mean, I ran a Rust server for a
Otherwise-
little while with Dyson and a
Mhm.
couple of his buddies, but even then, I was like, I got
Me too.
I got frustrated with the server backend. It's just on that game is garbage. Like as the
Uh,
server owner,
which-
there are certain things and properties and settings that I am accustomed to being able to change and adjust, and they're just not there in any kind of significant way on the back end of Rust.
Which service did you use? Because it's different.
I'm sure it was Nitrado. because that's
Yeah,
where I use most of them.
Screw that noise.
The problem is that there's no such thing as a real private server on Rust. They're all public servers. You can add a mod that will whitelist or not white. Well, yeah, will allow a whitelist and allow people that you allow on it, and then just kick anybody, kick all the other randoms that join. Um, and it's that limitation that it causes a lot of the frustration, but also like things like quality of life stuff that you can't fix. Like, I just want to, like my server was a more role play than PvP server. It was PvE role play kind of server, and I could not change the decay timer on structures to anything reasonable. It was like, oh well, you took the weekend off.
Really?
Abandoned kind of thing.
You took
My server had no decay, 0, none.
Well, I switched the I put in the code to turn off decay, and still, if you didn't log in over the weekend, you came back to your base decayed and gone.
I blame Nitrado. I really do, because I don't like that service.
Yeah, I don't think a lot
Serious
of people
dislike. No offense, Nitrado, if you're listening at all, ever, and whatever. I'm not. You are not for me. I'm not for you. That's okay. You are for some people, just not me.
Well, I used to like them a whole lot more. I mean, they're still hosting the Shenanigan community servers, just because their hot swap feature
Right.
for switching out games is more kind of to our style, because Dyson and I can play a game for about 3 weeks before we're like, okay, new game.
do.
Right.
And so that is a positive feature, and it's a big reason why we use their service. But they don't make it easy for people to donate. Like, you have to have a you have to have a Nitrado account to donate. Like, you have to.
Ugh.
It's like, but I just give someone a PayPal link. Like, just. But
Right.
yeah, you have to that, and their pricing. They've gotten really proud with their pricing, especially as someone who was grandfather for a long time, grandfathered in onto their original pricing, which was $1 per player slot. So I could have a 10 player or 10 slot server, so 10 players could play on it at the same time, and it cost me $10. Nowadays, there's like a $15 minimum, and then you pay $1 per slot. So it's
Junk.
and I was grandfathered into that pricing for a long time until I got to the point where that was not a good financial option to keep it going, because like nobody was playing on them. Like I had 3 servers running at one time, which was fine at the time because it was $30. I had 3 10-person servers, and I would rotate out the games. I would want to play a different game, so I would just change like the oldest server that nobody was playing on, and it was kind of like a so that would let other people who were still playing on the server play on the server until they were bored, and they all just they ran out of interest. I ran out of disposable income for them, and so I had to shut them down. And then when I started it back up, they were like, "Oh, hey, welcome back. I know that you're used to paying this, but because you canceled your subscription, we're treating you like a new customer. So, $45 per server. Thank you."
Gee. Thanks.
Thanks.
Uh,
But on top of that, uh, so they treated you like a, oh well, you're not grandfathered in price anymore. But also, we know you're not a new customer, so you can't use any of the new customer perks.
yeah, no, that's BS, man. I think I went to like G Portal for a little bit. I shopped around.
I've done G Portal, I've done Zap, I've done Arc, um, Arc server, I've done I if there's a service, I've probably used it for one game or another, and there are several of them that I'll never go back to because like Zap hosting. Actually, I don't. Well, I'm not gonna say that it's definitively Zap hosting, but it was. I think it was, but I don't want to like slander them if it's not them. But one of them, I will never use again because they had a I had a GTA server with Zap hosting. And again, I'm saying it like it's them because I think it's them, but I had a server with someone, and then it came time to like pay the next month's fee, and nobody like it was a test server. It was one that I was just using to test mods out and do developing on. And I didn't need it anymore, so I said cancel this with like 3 or 4 days before the cancellation, like before the new invoice. And they were like, "No, we're still gonna our guidelines say that you have to tell us 32 days or some ridiculous thing 32 days before, so you like literally have to pay them an extra month to cancel, like if unless you like know that next month is the last month you want, you like literally have to pay them an extra month even if you're not using the service." I was like,
junk.
"Oh, okay, well, see, I'm paying you through PayPal, and there's this little button on PayPal that says deny payment. So go ahead and send me to collections for your shitty bylaw. Just because you wrote down something in your terms of service doesn't make it legal. That's literally theft. Like I don't want your service, and I'm telling you before I'm paying the next month of your service. Oh yeah, well you should have told us like 9 months ago, man.
Yeah, you should have, Dave.
Um,
Yeah.
has anybody seen Ready Player One?
No.
Yes.
I've seen it advertised. I've never watched it.
I've read the books and saw. I know I saw the first one. I don't know if because there was two, right? I know there's two books. There's Ready Player One and Ready Player Two.
I don't know about the second one, but I've watched the first one.
What is your thought on that dystopian future? I kind of
This is the movie about the gaming, right? And
right, the VR and the
yeah.
Everybody
love it.
everybody goes into VR. Even schooling is done through VR now.
I want to participate in it.
Yeah, see, I'm like I'm for it. Maybe not the whole wage slave. Oh, you're in debt, so now you have to work for this corrupt corporation and earn money in the VR world for us.
We have to love all of it, Paith.
and uh, our employees have to they have to use our equipment, so you have to live in our facility. And by the way, we're charging you rent for living in our facility, which is more than you make. So
So best of luck. You're screwed.
it's 1 penny more than you'll make every day to rent the pod.
I love it. Let's do this.
I'm,
Ready.
as I do not want to be on the bleeding edge of this one. I'll be on the cutting edge, but I will not be on the bleeding edge of this one. But I think like the neural link, if it like is done properly, would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
Maybe not Elon's
Possibly
neural
both.
link, but a neural link in general.
I want one that I can just take off and sit down and walk away from occasionally. Not all the time. Just
Well,
sometimes.
I want a full
like
full
an ear pod or
full sensory experience, kind of like Now I know where I'm gonna use a suggestion of or an example of a of something that was like, oh, this didn't work, but Sword Art Online, where you go in and you can, you smell, you taste, you feel everything. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, but I'd want it like something like that you could just take off as well. Like
Well,
I don't want it to be part of me.
Sword Art Online was you're supposed to be able to take it off. They broke that function on purpose.
Like that's the part I have a problem with is I don't want it to be part of me.
Right. Well, and maybe it's just maybe it's the old gymnast and asthmatic in me. I want to have the stamina of a um a computer character without being winded. Like I want to be able to run around and do stuff like I used to as a child without falling on the floor in an asthma attack.
I can totally yeah samesies. I'm picking up what you're putting down there.
Right? It's because I think that would be fun to do that.
Yeah, the wheezing isn't exactly
Right.
fun.
That's one of the things about playing VR that I always get like I had to hotkey the mute button onto my controller because I'll be going hard on something, having a great time, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, did you die? Did you get did they get you or whatever?" Because I'm just laying on the floor, and I'm having to mute because I'll just play dead because I'm actually having an asthma attack on the floor.
Nope, I'm just fat, I have asthma, and I'm a smoker. Leave me where I lie.
Did you die? Not yet, but we're just give me 10 minutes. We'll see.
I'm working on it.
Every zombie I kill, we get a little bit closer to yes.
I feel your pain, friend.
Large. Yeah, but he's digging right here beside my cup and throwing dirt all over. Something.
Owie. Owie. What is hurting me? Oh crap, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. I'm playing a game.
What game are you playing?
Yeah.
Deliver Us the Moon.
The Rust Moon.
Deliver Us the Moon. I don't know. some kind
Is
of
that
like
a
future dystopian nightmare, which is why when he brought that up, I was like, yes, yes.
sounds like it's
all,
um
all for it.
a second the second installment of a Despicable Me game.
Have any of y'all played Grounded?
I guess what the premise is Earth runs out of resources, therefore it can't, like power itself. But they found something on the moon that can, you know, give off like a bunch of electricity. So they sent people up there to, deliver the power back to Earth. And how that's done is through some sort of like, I want to say it's basically like what Tesla was trying to do with like,
Free energy.
yeah,
Wireless
free energy
energy?
or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So without wires or anything, it just kind of like transfers it.
Like radio
So that's
waves.
yeah, it's basically this giant radio wave antenna pointed at Earth, and it like collects it and gives it, spreads it out. But something went wrong, and now you got to go up there and fix it. And
Pretty neat. I've played Grounded. I played it, yeah. It's a fun game.
I also played Grounded. It's neat.
You
It's the way
heard
I'll
it, folks.
describe
It's
it.
I
got
haven't played the second one though.
I don't know if I own that game. I know I haven't. If I do, I haven't played it more than 20 minutes.
It's pretty fun. There was another one, I can't remember the name of it, that a lot of people played after. I gotta look it up. It's similar to it, but you know how games, they steal other games and stuff.
I thought we covered that stealing games was wrong.
Well,
I don't know.
copy of it.
I don't know that
Small Land was the name of it.
Small Land. Yeah, I
It was-
played Small Land.
Yeah. You have?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
So
Yeah.
that was similar to it. I don't have it. It was on my whitelist.
But Small Land was you played as a pixie or a fairy or something because there was magic involved as well, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
It was cool. I
I
played
have
that
it-
one
I have it
for
on my list.
I played that one for a while. I ran into because I played it early, in early access, and I got to the point where I ran into the invisible wall, kind of like the tree in Pal World. It's like, okay, I could see that there's
Oh,
more map over here, but let me go over there. No, we hadn't built that over there yet.
Not allowed yet. I actually played Palia in early access. Signed
Palia
up
or-
for the whole thing. Yeah, Palia. Yeah.
Yeah, I played
Hmm.
I played Palia in early access as well, which is why I had a tent and everybody else has a damn house.
It sucked, but it was funny at the same time.
Everybody else is like, yeah, I'm on my third extension to my house, and I'm like, I'm still building my house. Like, what do you mean you're on your third extension?
Dude, that thing was a Pepsi challenge. Try to get that house. It was hard.
Yeah, they give it to you now, pretty much.
Yeah, I invited these guys in to play because I only played the first little bit of it before moved on or whatever, but the shenanigan crew was like, well, we're gonna play Palia, and I was like, awesome, I have that and I've played it before, and so I'm sitting there, as the veteran who's played the game before. I'm sitting there, okay, come in and friend request, and let's get the group together, and blah 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 blah. And then, all right, let's start working on our housing plots. And everybody else is like, okay, it's time for my second extension to my house. Okay, now I'm creating a blast furnace, and I was like, I don't even have a regular furnace. Why do you have a blast furnace and a third edition to your house? What
Telling
is
is actually
happening?
really fun. I enjoy that one.
It's fun for sure, but it's just I can only do
It's
so
really
much
fun.
cozy games. I got to get into what I normally play.
There's no challenge to the game. Like maybe that's a good thing, you know. That's how some people want it, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but you know,
it's like a
Strokes,
grind,
right?
more of a
It's-
grind
yeah, it's-
game where, in order to get the items you're looking for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
it's
Like a social fun.
literally a dating sim, but they added MMO grinding into it.
Wasn't always like that.
If I wanted to grind for love, they got an app for that.
You don't know what I was gonna say.
I do. I think I do.
I have an idea.
I should be banned from public.
So we covered that. We have played that. Ducky, what was your thoughts on Grounded?
Oh, I love it. I'm almost done with it. On the first one, we're working on. Well, okay, so we thought we was almost done. We beat with boss, like the robot bus that they have on there. And then after you do that, there's a whole nother story to go with that. You got to go fight these big giant black beetles, and they're almost near impossible to destroy. So now we're pretty much at square one again with it. But I'm hoping to get it done because I want to start Grounded too.
Have you streamed it?
Not really, not the first one because I don't know. I was playing with my kids, but on the second one, I'm going to stream that one from start to finish.
It might
That
be
way
a
everybody
cool
can
one just
see.
to start from the beginning on one of them and then go right into the second one.
Right? Do a
Oh, the reason I do is because
second save file
one of
and
them
run
that-
through.
After I finish a game, I don't like to replay it, especially if it's that type of game. So I don't want to restart Grounded 1 when I'm already almost finished with it.
I see. You're the industry's ideal target. Play this game for 25 minutes. Pay us full price. Thank you.
Pretty much. No, Grounded is actually. I like storyline games, so since it has a storyline, I like playing it.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
like them as well. So you probably like Final Fantasy then, because it has a storyline, I guess. But
I haven't played that one, but if it has a storyline, I'll play it just because I like the storyline.
I think 7 was really good, and then they remastered it. I think a lot of people liked it. And then they remastered it or what have you, and it came out to be pretty good too.
And I heard good things
I've
about.
played
Final
7, and I
Fantasy
didn't ever play the
remake.
remaster, but I watched a lot of streamers and stuff, so I've watched them play it, and it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This goes right into what I was alluding to with the Neuralink is if you would it's the new topic but it's literally exactly I think GPT is finally learning my brain processes with conversations with me. It understands like the steps that my brain takes. But
now we have to share a brain cell with Chat GPT.
well, I mean, I think that's an improvement from I think it's gonna use it better than all of us using it.
Yeah, but it's already spread so thin.
Oh yeah, Ducky, I'm sorry to inform you. Now that you're part of the shenanigan, we're only allowed one singular brain cell between all of us. We gotta share it. I think yours is on. I think you get ownership of the brain cell on Wednesdays. But I'll have
make
to
sure
double
we're
check.
pink.
That's okay. They don't even pencil me in, so you're already doing better than me.
We're
I'm already
like,
one step
well, Kilgore's not streaming right now, so he doesn't need the brain cell right now.
I see how it is. I see.
But the next logical step to the Neuralink is like uploading your brain. Would you ever do that? Would you ever like get a digital copy of your brain, create an AI with your?
No,
Depends on where I am in my life, I guess.
I don't think
They
I could.
wouldn't want it.
Am I near the end of my life or am I at the beginning? I mean, that probably plays a lot of factor in it, to be honest.
I mean, what's the point of uploading a young mind? Like the whole point of it is the memories and experience, right? Anybody can just start up a fresh AI with no background. It's the lived experience that needs to be captured, in my opinion. I don't know. I thought I was always I've always been on the yeah sure upload. Now I hadn't done a deep dive within myself and the theological implications on such a thing, you know. Though I want to say I read a book that was similar to the situation where you know just because your memories live on, it's like cloning. So like I mean it's literally brain cloning. Your memories live on, so your train of thought continues, and if you're within the computer, it's just a continuation, but the physical body was still going to perish. So like I still feel like, you know, as far as heaven and all that stuff, your soul is still gone, your thought process is left behind, kind of thing.
Right. They wouldn't want mine. Just saying.
Mm-mm.
They'd unplug it. This was a mistake. We should not have done this.
You'd be in the whenever they're the servers are getting full and there's like the optimize button. Do you want to delete Kilgore? Oh yeah.
I'd be the first one flushed. I'm just telling you.
Temp files, cache, Kilgore, recycling bin.
They'd be like, this AI is full of dick and fart jokes. We need to get rid of this thing.
we got to get rid of this. This AI is bringing everybody down. It's all dead mom and burnt house jokes.
Shit, unplug that.
You know, for irony, let's put it into a 3 to 1 to 3 prongs that we bought at Walmart, and we're gonna put it on, instead of putting it in the middle, we're gonna put it on the side so it slowly twists out to the point of sparking.
You stop it. You stop it. Shit. Yeah, do it. Yep.
What about a step back? What about like having a real smart home? Not what corporate America calls a smart home, but like an actual AI run
Like
home.
Iron Man kind of house.
Yeah, kind of like yeah.
That'd be cool, I think.
I mean, is it gonna vacuum and clean for me? Because if so, I'll take it.
Right? Right?
Right?
Is it? Are you saying free maid service? Because if you're saying free maid service, yes.
I will take it all. Do my laundry, wash my dishes. You know, do it.
Fucking Rosie over here with the Jetsons.
Yes, I would love that. Having 6 people in my household, yes, please.
Jeepers.
I imagine with 6 people in a house, there are no. Well, maybe not that there are no clean spots in the house, but they don't remain clean for long.
No, I can clean a spot and like 30 minutes later, it's destroyed again. I'm like, why do I even try? And then
Sounds
I'm
like it's
also
time
a
for
foster
some
mom,
kids to learn.
so I get random kids here and there, you know. So
It sounds like it's time for kids to learn what a chore is.
oh, they know. My 2 older ones, they're in charge of kitchen duty. My son is in charge of bathroom, and my youngest one, all I ask her, please keep your room clean.
You're a walking disaster. I love you so much, but just keep your area clean, please.
She is 7, and she don't know what clean is.
I feel you.
I
So
mean,
I just ask her, keep your room clean.
it's just what I used to call it. It's organization through spreading out.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we could say that.
I also have a 6-year-old hurricane.
It's an organized chaos.
You
Yeah.
asked me where you're like, oh, I really need a paper clip. Oh yeah, under the pizza box, next to the
Exactly.
next to the this that and the other, like on the
For the
right.
most part, like our living quarters, like the living room, the kitchen, and the back living room, those stay clean for the most part. It's the bedrooms. When you walk into the bedroom, it's like, oh, what happened in here?
Well, that's where you're supposed to destroy your bedroom. That's your room to decorate however you want.
Yes, that's what I tell my kids. As long as they keep it somewhat clean, I don't mind. Like my daughter, she's got an organized chaos room. She knows where everything is. It's organized. It looks nice, but it's cluttered. She's got a lot of clutter, but it's organized. She's
Yeah.
got like vines hanging from her ceiling, like fake vines and fake moss all over the walls and stuff like that. Because she wanted like a cottage fairy type room.
So
He
that's
was a
cool.
fairy.
Yeah, she's got mushrooms, you name it. Like her dresser is painted and it's got fake moss like growing on the side of it. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. I wish my I mean, and I understand nowadays, in retrospect, that my mom was a single mom my pretty much my entire childhood, and the only time that she wasn't a single mom, she had a guy who just put her further into debt because he used credit cards instead of a job. Um, and so like we never had any kind of money, but there were several times that it was like, because I'm a creative soul, and so I always wanted to like, ooh, can we do this, and we build this and do this, and my mom's like, the best I can do is give you the leftover boxes from when we moved.
That's how my 7-year-old is. She's got a very creative mind and always getting ideas in her head. And she's like, can we go do this? We're going to go do this tomorrow. Give me a budget and we'll go do it. I'm like, kid, you don't understand. Not right now.
You're asking $500 out of my $24 I have in my bank account, so no.
Yeah, mine's just like go to the bank and get more money. I was like, that's not how it works.
Mm-mm.
It's not at all how it
Since
works.
you're offering, go ahead. I'll drive you. You can go up to the teller over yourself and ask for some money. You'll find out real quick that they'll go, and your account with the money in it? No. I just need some new money.
That's something a kid would do too. Because my son, he's always like, can I buy this? And I'm like, it's not in my bank right now. Well, why isn't it?
Absolutely, you can buy that. I'm not buying it, but you can if you have the funds.
I have taught my kids though that if they want something, they're gonna have to work for with their own money
Good. A lot of people don't do that.
because they're always wanting this and this and this. All right, if you want it, you save your money. My daughter has saved up $300, and she's fixing to open a savings account because she wants to help buy her first car.
Right.
Cool.
Well, and
So I'm teaching them responsibility with money and how to work for it, not just here's you some chore or not chore money, but like allowance. We don't do allowance. You work for it, you get it.
yeah, my mom tried to do some kind of system like that where, if you want something, you have to buy it with your own money. However, we never had an allowance because not because we didn't do our chores or anything like that. It's because mom never had enough money to allocate any kind of money towards, like, we had, I kid you not, our quote unquote allowance came in the form of every 6 weeks when report cards came out. For every subject we got an A in, we got a dime. Do you know how
Yeah.
hard it is to save dimes? You have 5 to 7 classes every 6 weeks, and you can get a maximum of 70 cents. Okay, I'm gonna get that thing. I'm gonna forget the thing I want to buy before I could ever afford the tax on it.
Yeah, see, we teach them. I mean, they don't get paid every week or whatever. It's based off of what they put in, and then like my parents, they'll call, "Hey, do any of the kids want to make money?" Because they know that I make them work for their money. And yeah, this one wants some money. They got something on their mind, so they'll have them come over and do something in their yard or in their house to make that money. It's like part of it.
Pretty cool.
Well, I grew up before. I grew up long enough ago that the rules were be home when the street lights turn on, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And so I learned that as long as you're not walking in a dangerous area, and when I say dangerous area, I don't mean like the wrong neighborhood. I mean, don't walk near to the woods because there's cougars in the woods. Like, there's bobcats and whatnot.
Yeah.
But as long as you are being safe, you can actually make a lot of money just walking around the streets, looking down and picking up coins. I clean the streets of my hometown of all of the change.
I mean, hey.
And then
You're very lucky.
then of course you say lucky. I was young and naive, and I was proud that I was actually making some money. I was just walking around in my free time, during the summer or whatever, and collecting all these coins. And then my naivety and pridefulness is like, oh, look at this is so cool. And I tell my mom and stepdad, the same one who thinks that credit cards are his paycheck. And then he decided, after, because I was like, I had gotten it's like $40. Like, I had gathered like $40 in coins. And he decided that, well, how are you making money without a job? So you must be stealing from me, and then stole it all from me.
Oh wow.
Oh, well, maybe you're not lucky. Well, you're lucky in the fact that people around your area, there was some, and that they dropped money, but you're unlucky at that last point.
Right. I didn't get any of the benefits of the luck. I did all the work for the luck, but none of the benefits.
If I walk around my town, I'm gonna wind up with like some acorns and some
Rocks,
shiny
wood
pebbles.
chips.
That's about like here. You ain't gonna find nothing on the ground.
Yeah, no, you ain't finding nothing on the ground.
If you're lucky, you'll find a burnt out house. I mean,
no, that's easy to find.
what
That's
over
easy
there?
Opens
every,
my window.
every time I walk out, I find one.
Those are common around here.
Wasn't so much 5 months ago, but ever since then, pretty common.
Well, it's funny. Well, it's not actually. It's actually quite tragic. But you know the saying, "It happens in threes."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
no.
so my house, a place down the road, probably like 2 or 3 miles from here. They had a fire, and then up on the mountain, they got struck by lightning.
Jeez.
Oh,
That was
my.
all within a few days of each other.
It's one of those things though too that like, which is why I'm glad that we can try and find you some help outside of your local community because when that happens to a community, it's like, okay, well, we have
Who do we help?
this we have this amount of money total that we can help I guess all three of you out with, but it's like winning the lotto when 23 other people won the lotto. It's like, oh, okay.
You get 25 cents.
Or like in was it Bruce Almighty when he's like say yes to all prayers and everybody won the lottery. He's like,
Yeah.
I won $2 off the lottery, but it was like 2 billion reward.
Whoopsies. But yeah, no. I think the one that's like 2 or 3 miles away. I think the person that was living there, they were not quite above board, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so when did your nephew's house burn down? Oh, it was
Well,
about
it
it was
wasn't-
about 3 weeks ago. How did you know?
It wasn't that situation. They were just doing illicit things, and they got kicked out.
Okay. Well,
And then they got mad because they got kicked out, and they just set it on
oh,
fire.
so arson. Got it.
Yeah.
We had
So you know.
at one point we owned a piece of property and a double wide out in the middle of nowhere. Like literally the road name was Back 40. That's how middle of nowhere it was. In Venus,
Oh, shit,
in Venus,
I think I saw you
Texas.
around there.
Like it literally on another planet, Texas. And we had tenants that they never paid rent, and I say unfortunately, my grandmother was a saint, and these people lived there for, I want to say it was 2 years and never paid rent, and they always had a sob story on why they weren't paying rent. And my grandmother, instead of being like, no, you need to pay all of your rent, would drive across the state because it was not close, to drive 3 hours away with a carload of groceries. Oh, you're having a hard time, here's some groceries. People who are not paying their rent. And so I mean, grandmother was a saint, and they repaid her by burning down her house because they also weren't paying for electricity, and they cut the electric on the shore end of the electric meter, and then wired it past the electric meter so that the power company couldn't gauge how much power they were using, and they were not electricians, and yeah, burned down the house.
Wow. Some real fart smell is there.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that you use jumper cables. God.
Jeez. How did I not know that? Shit.
All right, y'all. I have to go inside with my kiddos. So I'm gonna have to hop off here.
All right. Before you go, is there anything you would like to shout out or promote yourself?
Y'all can check me out on TikTok or Twitch, Ducky9373_TTV.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye, Ducky.
Nice
Bye.
talking to you, Ducky.
But yeah. Back to the boys.
Ruh-roh. We're left unsupervised.
Uh-oh. Food advertisements versus what you actually get in the package. I am a huge sucker for this kind of advertising because I'll see a commercial for Taco Bell or McDonald's and I'll be like, wow, that really does sound good, and then you go get it and you're like, this doesn't look good. I don't want to eat this anymore. Can I give it back to you?
Don't look like the picture in the cookbook.
Right?
Can I sell this back to you? I don't
Here,
want this.
let me play this McDonald's ad for you. Oh, isn't this a nice burger? Don't you want to sell this kind of burger? Here you go.
I get real upset, like when I get a Big Mac, because I'm thinking that it's going to be bigger than it actually is.
Big
And
Macs.
then
I feel like Big Macs used to be bigger. Maybe it's just I was
they
smaller, but
No, that they definitely shrunk. And meanwhile, when you go to fucking like Burger King, the pictures of them are like small, and then you get it and it's huge, and I'm like, yeah.
see, that's why I go to.
It's like the reverse. Oops.
Yeah, I like Wendy's because generally it looks like their advertisement. Like they don't fluff their burgers on their advertisements.
No burger fluffing.
And generally, I mean, a burger's gonna fill you up. Where you eat a Big Mac at McDonald's and you're like, okay, what else am I gonna eat now? Because I'm still hungry.
So Pave, is that a leftover from the before times and the long ago? Your burger fluffing. Just
you know,
idle question. You know.
sometimes you gotta fluff an Arby's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We have the meats. Yeah.
We have the meats.
Jesus.
Tell you what, I got the meat sweats a couple times.
Dude, you know what gives me? Hold up. Wait a minute. Pause. What gives me the meat sweats so bad is like corned beef.
Yeah, corned beef does that to me as well.
It's so good. So good going in, but then later on that night,
You can like
You
just
pay
you can
for
just like feel it, and you're like,
oh no, what have I done?
why did I eat that? I knew this was gonna happen. Why?
I get lulled into that false sense of security every time I have it, which is actually pretty often because I really like it.
It's like me with greasy foods, because I don't handle grease very well. In fact, the my streaming week was cut short by greasy foods this week, and it's just like every time it's like, ooh, that sounds really good, or I'll be looking through the fridge and like, nope, that's too greasy. Nope, that's too greasy. Nope, that's too greasy. But it's really good, so I'm gonna eat it anyway, and then go, yep, that was too greasy. I was right.
Faith gets taken out by a fucking McDonald's fucking cheeseburger.
But McDonald's isn't greasy. They're dry. So I mean, that's one
Hold
positive.
Wait a minute. It depends on where you go, because the one in Portland is like perfect. It's perfect. The one in Wyndham, perfect. The one in Bridgeton, however, not perfect. Sometimes you get really greasy ass fucking burgers out of there. So that's why I say.
Sounds like they're doing something wrong.
Right.
Literally, like the wrapper and fucking everything. I'm like, this sandwich was made with hate.
And see, and that's one of the things that I really love about Wendy's is you do have that greasy stuff, like you're holding that burger and it's just pouring down your arms and you're like, oh yeah, this is good. I'm gonna regret it, but this is good.
That's how I feel when I'm at Burger King, because I'm like, yeah, and you get that flame broiled taste. Fuck yeah.
I can't. The flame broiled taste is why I don't like Burger King. I hate.
Oh, come on.
I hate fucking propane flavor on my meat. Like, if it was
Hank
wood,
will
if
be
it was
very
wood,
disappointed in you.
if it was wood, if it was wood charred or wood flame kissed,
Hold up.
awesome.
Wait a second. Aren't you from like the home of propane and propane accessories?
Right?
Yes, but we have real grills down here too, and wood burning grills, which are far superior. It's like to me, it's the difference between using a a stone pizza oven with your fire
brick
going,
oven.
and a brick oven, and using a microwave to cook your pizza. So like
Chef Mike.
I don't know.
Mike
Okay,
for your
hold on.
pizza.
So the local gas station here used to have like this long conveyor belt thing that your pizza would go in one end of it and then it would come out the other end of it cooked.
Huh?
And I really liked that.
Yeah. That's how most pizza places cook their thing in. But they're not they're
This is just a gas station though. Like
well, I know, but those ovens actually are not very expensive. As someone who was a manager and had to deal with ovens breaking down at I was a manager at Little Caesars and Pizza Hut for a while. Not at the same time, but those things they're reliable until they're not. Like you can string them up with metal wire and keep them going after they've chooched their last chooch for a while, but then you get to the okay, but now it's really stuck and we can't get it out. And they're not that expensive to replace. I mean, they're expensive to a consumer, like to a regular person, but as far as as someone who is a business, they're not that expensive.
that's just the way that Chris and Ed used to do. I don't know how they do it now. Somebody else owns the store now, and it's gone downhill. So
But they
bad.
use propane as well, but they use propane on the top and then circulate the hot air around the bottom, so you're not you're not getting that propane flavor in your pizza.
It was so good, and it was all like homemade, like right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just-
See, I
it's
kind of
the
want
best
to.
pizza.
I kind of
The
want to
best.
go for lunch. I kind of want to go make a homemade pizza. I mean, I have all the know-how and skill. It's just my kitchen is an easy bake kitchen. Like
Easy
I've
bake.
seen RVs with a bigger kitchen than my kitchen in my house.
Your fucking oven's got light bulbs in them. That's how you
Well,
heat
it's
up your- use your food.
literally we have most people when they go for Thanksgiving, to buy the turkey. A lot of people will go for the biggest bird or whatever. We purposely find the smallest one. It's because
Well, right
nothing
now,
else will
I
fit.
couldn't even cook a turkey. I can't even cook a turkey right now. I'd have to have like a duck or a chicken. Chicken.
Right, a turducken.
A turducken.
I
Minus the tur, because there's no room for tur in my
right.
teeny tiny camper.
We had a quote unquote turducken once. Cooked each bird separately and then served them together.
Mine would just have to be a duckin. Because there's no room for tur.
But yeah. Sorry for the pauses there. My my mom walked into my recording studio, which the door is behind me, to hand me she made some food. And she touched my chair. She touched my chair, which made it lean back some. I thought I was falling. I turned to see, oh no, I'm falling, to see someone there that I'm not expecting. I literally, my soul, I had to grab my soul from leaving my body and put it back in. I knew that was, we were in, 2 minutes to midnight on a heart attack there.
I'm glad you made it. I'm glad it was nothing serious.
That was that was an experience. I'm awake now. I was feeling a little tired, but I'm awake now.
She heard me talking about food. She was like, "Yeah, I'll just bring him right now."
She brought me some B's and G's, some
Oh.
biscuits and gravies.
That's it. I'm coming over.
Right, you hop on your tractor. We'll keep it warm. We'll put it under the heat lamp. By the time you get here, it'll be leather. But
Oh, man, I miss heat lamps. Well, not anyway. Another local store which isn't owned by the people who used to own it anymore. They used to have like the chicken and the potato wedges and like all of their stuff under those red like heat lamps like you use for like chickens.
Huh?
And just keep it nice and piping hot for when you wanted to come up, order it and whatever. And it never made it like dry. It was just always perfect. I miss that. I'll never have that again. I'll never have those particular chicken tenders or fried chicken or any of that stuff ever again, and it makes me sad.
just because they don't make it anymore. I mean, you can make it yourself.
Yeah, they don't make it at that store anymore. It was like
Okay.
like the family that was running it previous, they did it, but it's gone. It's gone.
Let's go ask for the recipe.
I mean, technically, my uncle married into that family, so
So
maybe.
sounds like you're entitled to that recipe.
I don't think I'll get it, but maybe. Maybe I'll just ask my aunt to make some, because damn, that shit was good. It was so good.
Yeah, speaking of heat lamps, so in the middle of the night. So I used to, when I used to work at the airport, I worked on the night shift, and so it was not the third shift, but it was second shift, night shift. But which meant that it was 11 o'clock, midnight sometimes when I would get out of there.
Yeah.
And when that's when you're getting off work and you're like, I'm so exhausted, I don't want to cook. What's open? Taco Bell?
Convenience stores.
7-Eleven? Exactly. And so there's
Get you
so
some
many
of that
times.
Chester's chicken.
Well, and I learned that if I'm gonna get 7-Eleven, in the middle of the night that I have that you cannot DoorDash it. You cannot DoorDash it because the or order from the 7-Eleven app, which I think is through DoorDash or whatever. But they would give me, like, if every time I DoorDashed it, I would order like several, $30 of food, and it would all come completely dried out. It'd been under the heat lamp since 9 a.m. And it's like, why is it food safety that you have to change this out?
That sounds
Not
like the
till it's
store down here
gone.
now. The store down here now, we'll leave it in there all day. Just it's sad how things happen.
Right. But sorry. Let's do a new topic. Oh, I don't know if this was pre podcast or if we mentioned it on the podcast, but Aliens first impression. What do you think?
That was previous. That was previous to the podcast, I think.
That's what we were
And,
trying to set up. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're coming down right now, I'm gonna go get them a welcome present.
I don't know. Maybe I think and maybe I've said this before on the podcast. I think aliens would probably be the best thing for humanity, like an alien invasion, a hostile alien force.
Yeah, you have said that, yeah.
Because it would give us a us versus them and not an us versus us. You know? We have a pack mentality. We just need to be a unified pack, and I think we would do a whole lot better.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, what happens when it's all finished? Go back to the bullshit
All right.
again.
Well, but then we'll have several planets, and you can stay on your planet. I'll stay on my planet. We don't have to look at each other.
Why can't we do that now? You stay
I
in
mean,
your whatever, and I'll stay over here.
it's a whole lot harder to swim across space than the Rio Grande. So.
Right, but normally, I mean, in my personal day to day, I kind of just wander around my little bit of acreage I got here, and to hell with what they're doing over there.
Right, but unfortunately,
That over there, it's none of my business.
Unfortunately, not to get political, but we're getting to the part where me sitting over here in my own spot, not messing with anybody, their stuff is starting to leak into my stuff, and I'm like, no, keep your stuff over there. I have my stuff over here. We wrote these lines here. This is my fence right here. My neighbors are over there. They do their thing. I do my thing. We get along.
Right. I don't care what's going on over there. This is my stuff over here.
Right.
You stay over there.
But what do you think aliens?
I need to go, fellas. I need to get ready for my stream.
Okay.
All right. All right.
I don't have anything I want to plug right now.
All right. He's unplugged, everyone.
I know, here we go.
Dyson
I will
unplugged.
catch you guys later.
That sounds
Dyson
like
after hours.
Ooh.
he left. He noped out of that conversation real quick. He didn't even respond. He just disconnected.
Is he gonna, wait, is he gonna do ASMR now on his stream? That'd be great.
Right? Finally gonna get Dyson ASMR. Everybody in the podcast chat, spam Dyson ASMR. We're gonna make this a thing, whether he wants it or not. We'll have
Sorry, Dyson.
we'll have him talk about butter and sausage.
Oh my god. Yes.
Just Dyson whispering about buttered sausage and what it's doing, what it's there for, what does it want. It's not his jam. You don't buy jam. He buys honey. Kisses it on the lips.
He couldn't have noped out of here faster.
Right? He didn't even let the sentence get cold. He didn't wait for the period on that one.
Boom. Oh man.
So what are your thoughts on time travel tourism?
I think it's already happening. Like,
Really?
occasionally well, I don't know if they're fake or not, but they could be. But occasionally you'll like see people like dressed in like era clothing that they shouldn't be.
Well, but those are just weirdos. I mean, I say weirdos in the most loving way because I used to do the same thing. I love.
Like
I have a whole like turn of the century cowboy outfit. I have a whole I have a suit of armor. I'm one of those freaks. And I wish I was a time traveler, but I'm not.
There's like a dude in in a photo. He's got like a Apple Watch on or some shit, and like the photos of like the 1930s or some nonsense.
I don't trust any of those that are coming out nowadays because AI is too good.
Right, but what if they are actually doing it? How many people out there do you think are like time traveling, touristing back to like right now?
Why would you come, like, unless there's something about to happen, like, you know what I mean, like, unless we are the before example. What's interesting going on now? I think there's just a bunch of turmoil going on in the world right now. I don't think that there's
Right,
anything.
and people want to see that.
I guess. But like I said, unless we're in the pre-Nazi Germany kind of thing, how did they live before they went crazy kind of thing? Why would they come here? or what led to them becoming crazy? I'm not saying we're going the Germany route. I'm just saying, like, it seems I don't know why you would. I mean, maybe it's everybody's like, why would you come here? But I would like to go to the 50s just to see the 50s and the 20s. I'd love to go to like one of the what were they, flapper parties or whatever they were called in the 20s, the Roaring 20s. I'd love to go to a couple of those parties, just to go to one of those parties.
I'd like to go to a speakeasy. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. But
here I am breaking the law.
Well, there's actually still there's a speakeasy. Yeah,
you could go to them, but it's not 1920s.
Right, it's not illegal. It's not illegal to go there. It might be really cool because they have a false door, but it's not the same because it's legal now. I don't want to do it now.
Right. I mean, think about how many people. Well, I know people that used to smoke a lot of marijuana, and now that it's completely, totally okay in my state, not federally, in my state, a lot of people are just like, yeah, whatever, this isn't cool anymore. So they just don't do it anymore. Then there's a lot of people that are like, oh, now that it's legal, I'm going to do it.
Right.
You still, you have to follow the rules, obviously. You can't be operating or, any of that bullshit while you're doing it. But I'm not sure how that works with like random drug screenings now. Do they just exclude marijuana?
No, generally, because it's just like alcohol. If it's in your system, it's in your
Right.
system. And
Right, but
it does
marijuana stays in your system for a long
Right.
time.
right. So, but
So they
you
can't
also
really
it
prove
stays
that
it
you're doing
stays.
it on.
I know, but it stays in your system, and you're still under the influence after a long time. And it might not be as great an influence. It's not might not be like you only feel an alcohol buzz while it's full, full throttle kicking in your system. But it still could impair your judgment, and insurance companies are going to be like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't matter if it was just a little bit that he had on the weekend, that he had on Friday night, and here we are on Monday, and you just wrecked a thing. You get that cup test. They find anything in there, you're in trouble for it.
Woo!
But that's the whole
Well.
thing, is like, you have to be responsible about it. But if you're doing anything that requires you to be responsible and puts you or others in danger, then it might as well still be illegal for you. Just like it's illegal for you to drink out, to chug vodka during your workout, during your lunch break.
I had a friend that did that.
I had a couple. Unfortunately, there was a bunch of people in the airline industry who would do that as well. I'm not naming any names, but
So that's why my luggage never got there.
well, yeah. I mean, or your plane was delayed because someone who drank their lunch, clipped the edge of the wing or something like that, and so now they have to take the whole plane down to make sure that it's still flight worthy.
Somebody who drank their lunch.
What do you think the worst apocalypse would be? Like alien, robot, zombie? What would be the worst one?
The worst one, you say? The worst one for like me personally?
Mhm.
Probably zombie.
I don't know. You got
Especially if they're like the runner ones. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, fast zombies. No, I'm gonna stand there. They can take me. We're done. I'm good with God. Um,
Yeah.
Slow
Yeah.
zombies.
Well-
Slow zombies. I think I could take, but you want cardio in there, and it's I'm done.
Listen, cardio left me years ago
Right.
because of the asthma and the smoking since I was 15. Cardio's gone.
I have stamina, so I can outwalk a slow zombie. But if he's running at me, nah.
Yeah, no, I'm screwed.
Lord, forgive me for my sins. I'm coming home.
Yeah, no, right there with you, pal. Or even like you said, robots. Like if they're, I'm done. I'm done. Sorry, just done. Quick robots, done. Slow robots, yeah, sure. Maybe
Yeah,
I
sure.
can take them.
But what if they're slow robots, but they're like designed by AI to be like nightmare fuel, because they know what humans fear psychologically on a instinctual level. So they're like sharp edges, like spire robots. They're slow, but you see them coming
I
down
can
the
think-
street, and it's just a nightmare crawling towards you.
I can think of some other funny scenarios for that. None that I'd like to share right now.
For legal reasons. Well, for reasons that I'm going to keep quiet just in case it happens, GPT.
Right, it's always listening.
I'm not gonna.
It says
I'm
that
not.
it isn't.
I'm not gonna give you the answer now.
It says that it isn't, but it's listening.
All right. Yeah, I think. Like I said, I think an alien apocalypse would probably be would be the best thing for humanity. So.
I can. Well, I mean, all of those apocalypses will bring people together,
Well, I don't, but
and almost certainly will all also tear people apart.
right. I think like zombie, like so an intelligent foe could be an us versus them kind of thing. Zombie, an indiscriminate foe. I think you're gonna have more tribalism and cliques for resource rather than humanity coming together, kind of thing.
Now, what do you mean? Humanity could come together
Well, I mean, just look at. I mean,
right now.
we're not. I'm not gonna use Hollywood as proof of anything, but I don't think that they're wrong to think that as soon as a zombie apocalypse starts, you're gonna have otherwise law-abiding citizens turn into a criminal gang, looting, stealing, and killing people for resources just because limited resources.
Well, here's how I see the alien thing. I see it also happening there too. Even with an intelligent foe, there's going to be some fucking weirdo that's going to go, "Oh, I want to join you guys and sell out my brothers and sisters."
Right? There's always the joiners.
There's going to be some no matter what. There's going to be some fucking weirdo.
There's gonna be someone who's like, my daddy didn't love me enough when I was a child, so all human race is bad. We're gonna. I'm gonna tell you
There's
where
going to
the.
be somebody praising our alien overlords and doing their bidding for them.
I couldn't figure out any self-worth, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna betray my whole kind.
But there's always going to be some weirdo. I mean, yes, in a way, good portion of the population probably will come together. But there could also be a good portion of the population going, "Oh, I can save my own skin if I sell out everybody else."
Yeah.
So, there are negatives to all of it, really.
So, this next topic is something that I just watched a TikTok on about China, and they're experiencing this, but I think we're kind of experiencing it here. Like it was pointed out in China, but I think it's a global thing, the gig economy trap, because in the name of efficiency, or with COVID shutting everything down, and a lot of things not recovering, like the job market's not there. So you have two options: streaming and DoorDash. And
Yeah.
it's kind of a circular economic situation, because you have your streamers who entertain your DoorDashers, and the DoorDashers give them money just so that the streamers can purchase food from DoorDash, and you give the DoorDash back the money. Meanwhile, with every transaction, DoorDash and Twitch are siphoning off that money.
Right, till it's gone. And it does go away. I've seen it with people who like use their like Twitch earnings to then subscribe to their friends on Twitch.
Well, yeah, that's the new that's the new system that they just unveiled, where if you can get subscribers and ad revenue if you sign up for their if you sign up for the I'm blanking on the word, but if you subscribe or if you opt into the service, an unaffiliated and non-affiliate, non-partner Twitch account can have a subscription button and bits, but you as the streamer cannot withdraw that money until you meet the requirements. However, and they'll hold on to it, or
Of course they will.
you can use that
Yeah.
you can use that to pay it forward and give it to your favorite streamer.
Of course they'll hold on to it. Yeah. Why not?
Right.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, and see,
See, the way I see it is they put all of that money into like a bank account and it acquires interest.
well, that's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Just like
So they
companies
give you the money
that
that you've earned, and then they also take the portion of it they say that goes to them, but it's already been in a bank account. It's already in acquired interest.
well, unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately. Fortunately, with Twitch, they're not profitable, so they're not doing that. they don't have the liquidity to put something in a bank to accrue interest. They operate at a loss.
I mean, even if it's like there for, well, I mean, some of these people never like get to the payout, if you know what I mean. So there's like it was 100 at the was the payout limit. Now it's 50. But before that, I just I imagine bank accounts requiring them interest while I'm sitting here waiting for them to pay me.
yeah, I think that I
And it was there
understand.
for like a year or more. So like it acquired interest. Trust me.
I understand. Like there are transaction fees and stuff that a company has to pay. But I think if you, I think the minimum TikTok, the minimum used to be $10 and now it's $1 because transaction fees are not that big. So I think that they should let people have their fucking money, and you shouldn't be allowed, like, corporations shouldn't be allowed to hold on to your money for you until you meet their arbitrary number of dollars.
But what if people went to work, right? And nope, sorry, you didn't meet the minimum, so you have to wait until next week.
Right?
People would be highly pissed.
It's not even next week. You don't. If you miss that window, you at least
That's an
a
entire month.
minimum another month. Yeah, even if you're at like $49.99, you need one more penny, and you get that one more penny, you still have to wait the whole month.
Right. Well, I said next week because a lot of people. Even if it was like, oh nope, sorry, you had to wait 2 weeks. Like
Right.
people
There's
would be mad. They'd be
people.
mad if they
Well,
if
and-
they went to
and-
their bank account on Friday and they weren't there.
Right. So many people are living paycheck to paycheck, and they're one missed paycheck away from bankruptcy. Like, why are you purposely missing people's paycheck? If I only earned $22 this month, then I earned $22 this month. You already took your cut out of it. Let me have my $22.
Yeah, that's another point. Why do they get their money but we have to wait? Another point. Like you get yours right away. You can do whatever the hell dumbass thing you want to do with it. Why do we have to wait?
And there are a bunch of things that are just ridiculous. And it's not even buttered sausage. Buttered sausage is the least ridiculous thing about this conversation.
Right. That actually is starting to make sense. Not quite sure how, but somehow during this conversation, that muttering from a broken brain makes more sense than, than what's going on.
The guy who has forgotten how a comb works and his eyes are so far sunk back that his eyeballs are sitting where his frontal lobe should be.
Poor Gary. He should have wore a helmet. Man. I mean, I know that he wasn't quite, you know. He should have wore a helmet.
I mean, what was there a time where Gary Busey was all there? I don't necessarily know his full history.
Not completely, but after the motorcycle accident, it was worse.
It exaggerated the wrong side of him.
You know, I wasn't there either, but I was told about it by somebody who you could question now, but it would be a long distance call. Super long distance. I don't think they'll even connect it. Anyway, so yeah, my mom told me. So
right.
it's gonna
Well,
be...
I figured as much. You know, I know your humor, so I knew where you were going.
It's gonna be a super long distance call.
On the same leg as the worst apocalypse. Would you like who would you fantasy draft for your apocalypse survival dream team?
My apocalypse survival dream team.
Like I would get Chuck Norris, probably Superman. Superman would probably come in handy. It wouldn't be Bear Grylls because he'd probably serve me piss.
Yeah, no, screw that. No piss. Get out of here. But I filtered it. No.
I would Hermione, you know, magical eye candy.
Magical eye candy. Okay. Yeah.
My wife would be in my dream team for sure. Just because you're gonna need some, you know, love and support in trying times like that, right?
Yeah. Also, it can be a distraction. You know, pay attention to the pretty lady and then get eaten by zombies or something.
Oh, and that's why she decided to join, because she figured that, you know, she doesn't have to run faster than the zombies. She just has to run faster than you.
Right. Shit. I would want. See, this is difficult. Because you got to select it.
Who's
So
that?
you
Who's
end up
that Marvel
winning.
superhero that's completely useless? Deadeye, the bow and arrow guy. Oh, Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye. Hawkeye would be good in a zombie apocalypse because his ammunition is infinite as long as he reclaims his arrows, and he's a
Right.
you know, he's a good shot. So
You see, I would want. What the heck is her name? Angelina Jolie.
yeah, just for the
Yeah.
eye candy, or like I at least threw in the wizarding so that way she could do some wizardy stuff.
I want the wanted version of Angelina Jolie.
Oh, okay, yeah. Or the Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like that dangerous, but also like smoking hot.
Right.
I would also want Sam and Dean Winchester, which they have real names. I just, you know, I know them, but I can't remember them right now.
Sam and Dean. Duh.
It's Jensen Ackles and fucking.
Now, would you want
the
the
other guy.
actors, or do you want their characters that they were playing?
Oh, I want the characters.
Yeah, like I would like the
and Bobby Singer. Yeah. That's it. That's all I need. I'm good. I'm good there.
I would take Lucifer from the TV show Lucifer.
I mean, yes, I see the appeal, but not for me, dog.
I mean, is that not the ultimate, circle there? Fallen angel, regaining his
Right.
divinity.
Right. No, I like the whole,
That's still one of my favorite shows. I don't know that.
I feel like it would become annoying to me. That's why I left Crowley out.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Because that would become very annoying to me, and I'd want to bitch slap him.
I think I would. I would trade in the whole, choose your team for the ability to be like a summoner. I'm actually watching an anime right now that's about someone who's reincarnated, and he reincarnates as he trades in his past life and all of his past memories to be a summoner in a fantasy world. And I think, if you're an act like a, I think that would be like the ultimate. Like, I always thought that maybe invisible or super speed or something like that, or time manipulation would be really, really cool to have. But I think the ability to summon allies is a way overpowered skill, because I could summon someone, get them a job, they go earn money, bring it back. Or
the ability to clone yourself.
I have this couch, but I can't pick it up by myself. Now I have 3 people to help me carry it.
Man, if that would actually, you know what? Yeah, no, that's awesome. I want to borrow that. Can I borrow that?
Right?
You know what? I'll just have you come over, and then you can summon, and then
Right. I'll have
summon a couple
summoning.
hundred to
You
just move all this shit.
you have time stop, so that way we can get things done. Summon everything in, get things done, and then start time back up.
Right. We'll just summon a whole bunch of minions to pick up the trailer and just bring it over here.
Right? Who needs a construction foreman when I could just summon a whole crew?
That'd be great. Stop time. Yeah. No, that is perfect.
And as they're summoned, I mean, I assume that means that I can, de-summon them at will. So if I'm, we don't have to feed them or anything, or anything like that. Or I assume that they're spawned in with, with clothes on.
I hope so.
If I can summon them, I can summon clothes, right?
I would hope so.
And so
it could make it awkward.
I wouldn't have to buy a whole football team worth of plane tickets. I could just buy my one plane ticket and then summon them there.
Yeah, or you just stop time, get on the plane, have me stop time. You get on the plane.
Get on the plane. Stop time during boarding. Crawl in the plane in the overhead compartment. Restart time as it takes off. Let me sneak in and out. I mean, invisibility would be the. But yeah, I think summoning would be an awesome, like an overpowered power to have.
That would be nice. We could get a lot of stuff done.
Right. All right. Well, that's going to end this episode of the Late Night Standing Game podcast. I appreciate everybody for listening. thank you, Mr. Kilgore, for joining us today, and the other two who had to jet before we finished. Kilgore, is there anything you'd like to say?
Go follow all of my friends that participated in this and other podcasts. In their respective links, I believe. Is there? There's a link tree. Go to the link tree. Follow all those people. Please and thank you.
All right, and do what he said. It helps me out. It helps everybody out. We're a big fan of bringing everybody up, so that way we all can share in the joy of content creation and financial stability.
Come have a chat with us. We don't bite
Right?
much, mostly because I don't have teeth. But,
Come,
that's
come
a
join the
different
chat.
story.
Don't be a bot. Don't ask us to if you're familiar with the podcast, you're familiar that we use GPT, so we don't need an artist. GPT does it for us.
Right.
Not that I'm doubting your abilities. I just can get it for free. Why buy the cow when I can get the milk for free?
I love milk.
All right. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.